It's not too late to do great things with your creativity. Your creativity has no expiration date. If you've been waiting for a sign or permission to start your business, this is it. My friend, you bring so much to the table. Your experience, your wisdom, your passion, your talent. Now is the perfect time to turn that into something extraordinary. Welcome to the BDI Create Today podcast. This is a podcast where we uncover and discover the who, what, where, when, why, and how you can be creative or have more creativity. And together we'll explore the extraordinary impact creativity can have in your life, in heart, mind, body, and soul. And if we haven't met yet, I'm Beth Buffington, a licensed artist, digital illustration instructor, and a creative coach living just outside of the Windy City, Chicago. But mostly, I'm someone who is curious about how creativity can weave its way into nearly everything in our lives. Each week, we are going to look at one or more of the sparkly facets that make up the ever-changing kaleidoscope that is creativity. Numbers. We use numbers every day. We use numbers to help us figure out how much something costs. We use numbers to let us know how many miles we need to drive to get to a new restaurant. We use numbers to find out how many things we have and if we should have more or less of said thing. Numbers are useful. They make our world work. And without numbers, well, I can't imagine the world without them. Can you? No. Even people who hate math use numbers every day. What channel is a program on? Channel 2. What exit number do I need to take off of Interstate 80 to get to my hotel? Exit 147. How many eggs do I need to make this cake? 2 eggs. We use numbers every day. They are so valuable. Numbers, they are our friend. Thank God for numbers. But I must point out, there is one area where numbers, well, we use them for celebration. They are used as placeholders for great events, epic memories, and we look forward to these numbers, these certain numbers, and then suddenly one day, the numbers that we used to look forward to as a milestone, as something to look forward to, well, they suddenly set us back. Suddenly, our friendly numbers are used to discriminate. They're used to make us feel less confident about ourselves. They make others judge us negatively. Numbers that used to bring happiness, well, now they are something to hide. And because of this, these particular numbers are hidden. These numbers are not talked about. These numbers are actually something that is taught to children not to reference because it's not polite to mention these numbers in public. What are these numbers? They are your age. And these numbers that make some people feel disgraced are usually women of a certain age. And if you're not on YouTube, you wouldn't have seen the rabbit quotes that I put around of a certain age. This phrase, of a certain age, makes me crazy. So today, I want to talk about it. I want to change this perception of a certain age. And because of that, I am proudly sharing with you my certain age, because I'm certainly of a certain age and I am okay with it. I have really never felt more confident, more vital, and ready to take on the world than I am today at my age. And that age is 62. Yes, 62. Today, we are going to talk about how age is just a number that absolutely has no bearing on your creativity. There are no restrictions in creativity about age. There's nothing about creativity that is off limits due to a certain age. We are going to discover how you can be of what we consider to be a certain age and become outrageously successful as a creative. So, hello, my creative friend, and welcome to another episode of Create Today with Beth Buffington. If you're creative, and in my world, that's everyone, and especially if you are a creative and a creative woman over 40 or 50, or like me, over 60, or my friend, if you are a creative who someday will be over 40, over 50, or like me, over 60, welcome. If you have ever dreamed of turning your creative passion into a business, you're in the right place. And if you've ever thought, I'd like to start a creative business, but I'm too old, you are in the right place. After today, I think you'll rethink that thought. Today, we're talking about creative entrepreneurs and how your age can actually be one of your greatest assets to becoming successful at a certain age. So no matter the season you are in right now, whether you're at a career crossroads, you're an empty nester, or simply ready for a new chapter, I've got some exciting news. Stay tuned and let's get started. First, some facts. You can be of a certain age and start a creative business. Let me start by sharing some success stories that will prove this statement. Did you know that some of the most successful entrepreneurs started later in life? For example, Vera Wang. She didn't enter the fashion industry until she was 40. And Julia Child didn't publish her first cookbook until she was nearly 50. And I didn't start teaching about creativity and digital illustration until I was 58. Research shows that entrepreneurs over 40 are statistically more likely to create successful businesses than folks of a younger, more uncertain age. According to a 2018 study from MIT, the average age of a successful startup founder is 45 years old. Sound encouraging? It should. So if you've ever thought, I'm too old to, and then fill in the blank here, let me tell you, you are not too late. You are right on time. And my friend, right now, it's time to create today your dreams of creative entrepreneurship. And if you're thinking, interesting, Beth, tell me more. Let me share with you why starting a business in your 40s, your 50s, or 60s is a great idea. And as you know, I love a good list. Here's a fabulous list of reasons why starting your entrepreneurial adventure right now is the perfect time. Number one, my friend, you know stuff. You have life skills, you have common sense, and you have learned some street smarts in your day. These are valuable skills that can only be learned over time. And you've put in the time. And because of that, you're uniquely brilliant because of your years of experience. So when you start this new venture, you bring a wealth of life and professional experience to the table. Your knowledge, skills, and insights have been developed over decades. And that, my dear friend, that is a major advantage. Number two, you have financial knowledge. Whether or not you are feeling flush in the wallet right now, you know stuff about money. Some of you may have financial resources and better credit compared to when you were younger, and that is an asset that gives you a more solid foundation to start your business. But if this isn't the case, you have still learned knowledge about why and how to better manage your money in the future. Again, you've been there, you've seen stuff, and you have a clearer idea about how to make the wise decisions to make financial stuff work better in the future because of your experience. Number 3, networks. Over the years, you have met people. You've built relationships and connections. Your personal and professional network can become an invaluable resource, offering advice and mentorship and potential customers. Number 4, you have focus. You've got the wisdom to know that if you want something, you have to do the work. Purely because of your age, you've got a clearer sense of what you want to do and why you want to do it. You understand how to focus on a project to complete the goals. And because you, as an entrepreneur, can pursue a business that truly aligns with your passions, it's going to be easier to stay focused because you are truly excited about the business you have chosen to build. Number 5, longevity. 60. Wow, my friend, it's the new 40. Anyway, that's my story, and I am sharing it. And my friend, people, well, they are living and working longer than ever before. So starting a business later in life can be a long-term endeavor that keeps you engaged, learning, curious, and financially secure well into your future. And if you want to think and stay young, stay busy, and stay engaged, this is what you need to do. It will keep you feeling vital and energized when the sun rises each morning. Now, maybe you might be sitting on a great creative idea for a business, but you've been hesitant or worried. Can I do this at my age? I hope this discussion is the catalyst that you need to launch your capable self into action. Or maybe you might be thinking, well, I'm fine at the age I'm at, and with my creativity, I'm confident. So you might be ready to pop on the old entrepreneurial hat, but you're not sure what kind of creative business could I start at my age. Well, here's a list of ideas that might spark some interest for you. Number 1, consider an online shop. Whether you're a painter, a sculptor, a photographer, you can sell your work online through platforms like Etsy, Shopify, or even your own website. Number 2, creative coaching or teaching. Share your expertise. I started teaching at the college level in my 50s. You can teach at colleges or universities or through park districts or community courses. Consider offering online courses or workshops. With your expert experience, you can help others to develop their skills while you are building your business. Number 3, galleries and craft shows. If you're producing art or you create work like jewelry, knitting, or woodworking, consider selling your creations at local markets or galleries that specialize in your genre. Number 4, blogging or podcasting. Hey, I started my podcast last year, just before I turned 62, and I am having so much fun chatting with you each week. And you can do the same. Share your creative journey, your tips, and your insight through writing or podcasting. Number 5, consider freelance design or writing. If you're a skilled graphic designer, web designer, or a writer, you can offer freelance services to businesses and individuals. Number 6, license your creativity. So if you have a passion for creating your own artwork or photography and want to create an income without losing the rights to use your own work again, you can license your creativity. This means giving a company permission to use your artwork while you retain ownership. This arrangement lets artists earn money while keeping the rights to their work. Currently, I have licenses with companies around the world, and it's an exciting way to see your artwork on product. So now, my dear friend, I hope you are feeling empowered by your certain age, whatever that certain age might be. Now it's a time to be brave. It's time to stand up and stand out proudly. And here is the answer to taking what you've discovered in today's discussion and applying it to your season of life. Choose that place where you can take your creative passion and then plug and play your intentions so that you can get to the creative results you would like to see. And this is where BDI Create Today is your entrepreneurial treasure chest. We are here to support you every step of the way. I know firsthand it can be daunting to start something new, but trust me, you're not alone. Inside the Create Today community, I share my secrets to creative biz, and I also bring in other creative professionals who are killing it in their area of expertise. The community is filled with women just like you, women who are rediscovering their creativity, women building businesses, and women who support one another no matter the season of life that they are enjoying today. At Create Today, we offer workshops to help you figure out how to get started, from goal setting to marketing your business to understanding digital art. We have the Create Today membership. This is an intimate group and a supportive network where you can connect with other creative entrepreneurs to share ideas and to grow together as you find your creative success. There's one-to-one coaching where we can, just you and I, take a deep dive into your business plan and help you take actionable steps to reach your success. And we also have our free and almost free resources that are filled with tutorials about digital art and how to map out your success as a creative business owner. Becoming a creative entrepreneur doesn't mean that you have to do it alone. It means you're doing it on your own terms with your beautiful ideas and your authentic creativity. But doing anything all by yourself, my friend, that can be very lonely. So joining a community of like-minded creatives who are ready to support you and cheer you on can be the lifeline that keeps you on track to take your concepts from, well, that's a great idea, to building your entrepreneur empire. Now, it is really easy to start your creative journey inside the Create Today community. Just go to www.bdi-create.today and you'll find information, tutorials, and workshops that fit your needs and your budget. This is a fabulous first step or next step to changing the world with your creative ideas. To give you more proof that this happens a lot, and when I say this, I mean people of a certain age finding success with their creativity. This happens. Consider for a moment other women of certain ages that have changed the world with their creativity. Earlier, I mentioned Vera Wang. She began her career as a competitive figure skater and worked as a fashion editor before entering the bridal industry at age 40. She kind of stumbled into this because she was dissatisfied with options available for her own wedding dress. So she decided to design her own. And this led to the opening of her first bridal boutique in 1990. Today, Vera Wang is a global fashion icon with her brand expanding into homeware, fragrance, and more. Her story is a perfect example of how following a passion later in life can lead to immense success. Let me also share Linda Weinman. She is another example of a woman who came into her own after 40. She's the co-founder of Lynda.com, and she launched her business at the age of 42. Lynda.com began as a simple online resource to teach computer graphics and web design, and eventually became a top platform for online learning. Her company was acquired by LinkedIn for $1.5 billion, proving that a tech-based business later in life can yield massive success. And let me share the journey of my friend Anne LaFollette. She was let go from a high-paying corporate job in her late 50s. After she was out of work, she remembered how much she enjoyed painting and creating art. And this led to her learning how to make surface pattern design with Adobe Illustrator. She now has an incredible business teaching other creatives that it is never too late to create. She has a flourishing business that not only teaches surface pattern design, but also encourages and instructs through a creative mastermind and a membership to women in all seasons how they too can start and find success with a business that they find passion and fulfillment in creating all on their own. Now, not all of us are going to sell our entrepreneurial businesses for over $1 billion, but who's to say it won't happen? The only way for certain that it won't happen is if you don't start your journey to your creative freedom. So you can see numbers in ages don't matter. Remember, I'm 62. I've said it loud and I'm still here. I'm still licensing my art. I am still teaching about creativity. So don't let age be a door that gets closed at a certain age that closes you off from new experiences that you are dreaming about. If you're thinking, wow, that does sound fabulous, come spend some time with me and I'll share more about how I keep my energy fired up, my spirits singing, yes, I can, and I keep finding happiness in what I do. Remember, my friend, here in the podcast, we always talk about how creativity can make you happier in heart, mind, body, and soul. And this happiness that I speak of, it does not have an expiration date. I am speaking from my own experience. I'm chatting with you because I have been on the side of number discrimination. I've worked in an office when I was well over 40, where an age over 39 was whispered out like a person had terminal disease. I actually heard a discussion one day in the office, and the discussion went from a normal vocal level to a whisper when someone said, "So she's over 40. I have been in an interview where I knew my age would determine whether I was worth hiring. And because I knew that ahead of time, I edited my resume to exclude so much really interesting information about myself, about my credible experience, because the job wasn't interested in my experience. They weren't interested about who could do the job best. It was purely about the youthfulness of the candidate. And here's the thing. Creative entrepreneurs, my friend, they get to write their own job requirements. And age is not a factor when you make the rules. So the takeaway today is threefold. One, it's not too late to do great things with your creativity. Number two, your creativity has no expiration date. And number three, if you've been waiting for a sign or permission to start your business, this is it. My friend, you bring so much to the table: your experience, your wisdom, your passion, your talent. Now is the perfect time to turn that into something extraordinary. Take that first step today, and remember, the journey to building a creative business isn't just about profit. It's about purpose, passion, and finding fulfillment in this exciting new chapter of your life. And you can make it easy to take that first step. Just check out the gorgeous resources we have at the ready at BDI Create.today. And check out the link in the show notes. It'll take you to all the goodness we share inside the community. or you can go to www.bdi-create.today. And here's a nugget of goodness. In the month of October, I'm hosting my Doodle Meditation Workshop. It's an excellent workshop to help you map out your thoughts, your goals, and your plans for your entrepreneurial adventure. When you doodle and when you write down your to-dos, your plans for your future, using the Doodle Journal Planner that is given out for free when you register for the workshop, this tactile activity of writing and doodling helps you determine your goals, make them real in your mind's eye, and then helps your brain build those neural pathways that is going to solve problems you might come to. And it will help you actually figure out and achieve your goals as you map out your success. This is a really great way to start a creative journey or to solidify a journey that you are already on. And my friend, this workshop, it's only $29, and that includes the Doodle Journal Planner. So remember, your energy, your interest, your creativity, and the vitality that you have to share with the world, it does not have to diminish just because someone has labeled you a certain age. My hope for you right now is that you're feeling more confident about the chapter of life that you are in today. So make certain, my friend, that you are the hero in your story, not the victim. Prove to the world that a woman of a certain age is not a label that you choose to wear. You don't have to wear that. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Create Today with Beth Buffington. If you've enjoyed this discussion, or you know someone who needs to hear the message that we have spoken about today, it is important for so many people to hear the words, they don't have to wear the label of a certain age. Please share the Create Today podcast with your creative friends and your family. And remember that everyone in my world is creative. No matter how old you are, no matter the season of life you are in, you are creative. I hope you're feeling inspired to take action and start that creative journey that you've been dreaming about. Remember, it's never too late, and you're never alone on this journey. And if you haven't started your journey yet, today is a great day to begin. I'd love for you to come and join our community of amazing entrepreneurs inside the Create Today community. But until we meet again, the most important thing that you need to do today is to stay creative, my friend.